KQBH LP, Los Angeles, California, a community service of Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory. It sounds by EYE here at the top of the 7 to 8 hour, here only on KQBH 101.5. My co-host isn't here today, T. Brand. Shout out to my boy, couldn't make it. We're going to be running, hopefully Mr. Crooks is going to be here soon, Mr. Crooks, you know, and doing a little takeover today. All month we're going to be doing takeovers from the different radio shows here at KQBH, trying to show love and spread the wealth, spread the culture, and give everybody a chance to, you know, show off what they do and bring on you guys as an audience something different, so we can all benefit from each other and share the love. So let's get into the show. We're going to get started every week here on KQBH 101.5.
Mosley, promoter's finest. Tapping in with KQBH 101.5, hosted by my boy EYE. Sounds by EYE. That's my dog.
Peace, y'all. What's up? This is Akil, the MC from the Jurassic 5. You are now tuned in to KQBH 101.5. I Can Radio with my man EYE. Yo, what up? It's your man King Crooked, Long Beach Hip Hop in the building. Right now, you're listening to I Can Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're coming back with the homies. It's Mysta, Crooks, the Fire Starter, the wifey.
Oh, all my names?
All of them.
You know all of
Jess.
He knows all
It's the squad.
all the aliases.
All the
So,
aliases, huh?
All of them.
Bandit squad in the
what
building.
it is, what it do, it's the missus in the building.
Mr. Crooks in
Yes.
the place. You don't
You
know.
know, representing,
Big up.
you know, had to come through and hold it down for KQBH. And definitely have to come check out Sounds by EYE.
Absolutely.
We are here.
Oh my goodness, so excited.
Well, go on, brother. Everything good?
Everything is good. Everything good. Everything good.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
what you're gonna do. You're gonna everything.
I had to. I had to.
You're gonna put on your best Caribbean
I gotta
accent
put it
today.
on. Back one.
Wagwan.
Back one. Me there, yeah.
Yeah, you know the thing.
Okay.
I'm learning.
You know the
You've been
Schweppes.
practicing Medea.
Okay.
The
You know the
Y
Schweppes.
is like
You know the
yeah.
Schweppes.
Medea.
There
Okay,
you go.
Medea.
Medea.
What about big ups?
Big ups. Big up.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up. Bless up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's
Big
up,
up on the
Machargy?
song. Large up.
So we're here. You two have been here since the start of KQBH. You know what I mean? We're the founding parents, founding
Making us
fathers
sound
and
like-
mothers here.
Oh my goodness.
Making us sound like fossils
I
right now.
know,
I know, we
right?
here. So what?
The
I mean,
whole
normally
year.
you're doing your shows.
Yeah.
Normally you're running your shows.
Yeah.
This is your chance to kind of like break down, bust down, let them know who Mysta Crooks is, who DJ Crooks is as an artist. Talk to them, like, cause the people listening now, are, you know, they're more listening to my show. So
Right.
it's like it's kind of cool to have like this crossover where people come through and then they find out about you, and then vice versa. The station just has that camaraderie that we, you know, it's building.
Right,
And next
right.
week we're gonna have I think who do we have another takeover. We have 2 more takeovers this
I
week.
know you got the
saw.
homie on there,
Okay, Kate-
Jesus Juice. on
Yeah,
there.
Jesus
Jesus
Juice.
Nice squeeze, yep. Gotta
That's
get
the homie,
Jesus.
homie. Big
Yeah.
up Jesus
Oh,
Juice,
soundtrack of the streets from K Poop.
K-Poop,
yeah,
Yep, he's gonna come in.
The
Big up
homie,
to
homie.
both of
Yep.
them.
Yeah, man, real talk.
That's good. That's
Real
good.
talk. But yeah, you know, I mean, we're here, man. We do the dancehall show, and the reggae show. We do the reggae
Rockers
shows.
Room.
Yeah, Rockers Room
So
on
Dance Hall
Sundays.
Digest on
Fridays.
Dancehall Digest
What time?
Fridays. We do 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
11 to midnight, yeah.
And the
Mhm.
Sundays as well, 11.
For the reggae, the Rockers Room is 11 to midnight as well.
Nice.
Can you guys hear me okay? I feel like I haven't been on. First of all,
I'm
big
hearing
up
you.
everybody in the stream.
Yeah, big up the
Big up
streams.
any and everybody listening right now on the app. Big up
Yup.
the iOS. This is the missus. If you listen to
Yeah, man.
any
The
Wednesday
missus
or
in the
Fridays or Sundays or any days before, you may have heard my voice all animated. I am the wifager of
Yes.
Mr. Crooks. So I go by the missus, and just in case people see it, they always call me the mices or the
The
Mices.
mices. That's when they see my name. They be like, "Hey, what's up? Sounds by I." I'm like, "Oh, you clearly know me from the internet."
Telltale sign, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I know people.
When people
who really
say
know
your
me.
name weird,
They'd be
they're
like,
like,
the fire starter. I'd be like, you don't want to call her out. Let's just stick with the missus. She's nice. She's political.
Mhm.
You know, she's PC. We don't want to bring the fire starter into
Oh
this.
no.
Definitely don't want to do that.
It's
Oh.
funny too, because I'm starting to see, like, as I network and be at shows, some people will come up to me like, "I Can't Radio, what
They know
up?"
the vibe.
Like
They
they
know
know
the
that, and I'm like, "Hey, but you know, I'm an artist too." So
Okay.
you know, it's gotta switch it up.
But
Well,
you know
I
what?
mean, you can use both
Both.
of them. as an outlet and a platform to promote each other.
Yeah.
And definitely what you're doing for the hip hop community as well, and other
Absolutely.
artists.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes they say you are the one to open a door, but you should also be building a room behind it for other people, so you can make a space for them. Because no way should, you know, you have to build and kick down a door, and then the next person behind you have to kick down the same door.
Everybody have to
What's
kick down
going on?
That's like the opposite of like just
So-
a village mentality. You gotta give back and give it around.
And that was the purpose of these shows, you know what I mean? Because I feel like, especially when I came to California about 6 years ago, I realized that the Caribbean scene wasn't as like thriving as it needed to be. I feel like, because there's like a lot of Caribbean in California.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like Caribbean artists, a lot of Jamaican artists, a lot of Belizean artists out there.
Yeah.
And like they don't have a space or a platform dedicated to their culture, which is like a very rich culture. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I felt like I don't hear any. Like, I know there's a lot of Belizeans in California, especially in LA. There's a lot of Belizean
Big up all my
people. Big up
Belizean
everybody from
fam.
Belize.
That's true.
Big up everyone that know how to make those tamales.
The Belizean
And they get mad
tamales.
if you call them Jamaican too. They get
No,
mad.
no. I mean,
They
yeah,
be
they
like,
do.
I'm not Jamaican.
Yeah.
No, but you
But
have
then the honorary is like there's an honor in it too, because it's like a level of fierceness. Like the more you're compared to being a Jamaican, to me is like the scale of Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like you go from Jamaican to like Grenadian, Barbadian, Haitian. Like there's like
I feel like
degrees.
I mean, the thing is, Jamaica is just
Exactly.
like of the Caribbean countries, Jamaica is just like the most popular.
Known,
You know what I mean? It's like our popularity is the biggest one.
Yes.
Because, you know, we're the largest English-speaking island out there. So it's like, you know, America finds it easy to deal with us. England finds it easy to deal with us.
Would you like some tea?
Oh,
Tea is our solution for everything.
for everything.
Yeah, man. Everything can be solved with tea.
With
there's
tea.
a coronavirus meme going around saying that Jamaicans just go have 5 teas ready.
Different types of
Yeah, man.
teas.
All the teas. You get some Cersei tea, some Lizzie tea.
The roots tea.
Yeah, man. Coronavirus.
This
Yeah,
coronavirus
yeah, man.
thing got
No, you know what? He said he was gonna come here tonight and do nothing but talk about coronavirus.
I have 15.
No, don't even start with this coronavirus.
Oh
Please
my
don't.
goodness.
I'm
Please
joking. I'm
do
joking.
not.
Do not
You know what's
make good content.
You know what's funny?
I was saying that. I was like, yo, suppose I just went to the show
No.
and just like totally disregarded everything that
Yo.
he says and just went in about like coronavirus propaganda. She was like,
You
what?
ever heard of the Pacifico virus or the Modelo virus? You know,
You know,
it's-
bro.
you gotta collect them all.
As
No,
long
no, no,
as,
no.
as long
That's
as
why
there-
I drink tequila.
as long as there
Tequila
isn't-
virus.
Tequila virus. I haven't had one yet.
As long as there's
Mezcal
not
virus.
as long as there's not a Hennessy virus, I'm good. bro.
Or yeah, Moscato
You know what I mean?
virus. Tell me there's a Moscato virus going on, and
Lord.
I'm out of it. I'm out of
Hennessy
it.
virus? Uh-oh.
You know what?
Problems.
Here's an odd thing and concept. You're always interviewing people on your show, and you know technically we're interviewers too. So tell me, you were
Uh-oh.
here from the start of the of KQBH, and one of the
Yeah.
first people to actually pass the process
Right.
to be able to be qualified to be in this space now. Tell me about your journey over the past year. Like, what would you like to share?
Well, first off, if now that I have that platform in this moment, I want to thank everybody who's listening, everybody's gonna listen, everybody's watching, everybody who's the homies of you two, homies of me. You know, it's all fam. This has been a incredible experience. Absolutely, I've learned a lot about just confidence, being on the air, being able to broadcast what you're thinking, talk about issues, be able to share news about the music, and honestly the most rewarding thing is giving artists that platform, giving people a chance to like sit down. A lot of people haven't been on a radio station before,
Exactly.
and it's almost like the training wheels for when they get to the power, all the different big
The commercial.
the commercial ones, which
Uh-huh.
you do want to end up on.
You do. You want to make your Skrilla.
Yeah,
You do.
you do.
Yeah.
But it's cool because it's like training. I feel like now if I ever went on one of those shows, I would know exactly how to handle
You could
it.
take over the engineering
Exactly.
board and actually just do your own show at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I got this. Thank you. Yo, big up me.
Yeah.
This is about me.
Right.
Coming soon, me. New song, Bobby.
Brought to you
Oh
by,
man, full service.
you know?
But in general, just seeing people, and it's also led to a lot of great connections. I've had it. It's a great way to introduce yourself to an artist you haven't met. somebody's like,
Exactly.
they want to be on the radio. They come in, they see that you're cool. It's a big fly.
Isn't it?
Right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
and-
who invited this guest?
I don't know.
I don't remember them
It's
being
a
on the flyer.
giant fly in
Let's
here.
get him. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him.
Uh-oh.
But I'm hearing you though. I'm hearing you. I'm still in the convo.
Jamaican Badman is
Bad
getting
man
ready to say,
thing.
he gotta hunt
Bad man
monsters.
thing.
It don't matter where we
This
are.
is premium content here.
Oh,
Premium
premium.
content.
Make sure they get
Oh,
this.
is he gonna use the
Ooh.
have you done that where?
What happened?
Oh, that was a pro strategy just now.
Oh, it just left, huh?
No, hear what happened.
He got a pro strat.
There he is.
Dang.
I told you he
That's
hunts
a
monsters
big fly, dude.
all day.
Huge.
Big up all the PS4 players. Big up everybody who's a first person attacker. Whether it's with a gun, a melee, a harpoon.
So everybody out
I
there
did that.
listening, stick around. We're gonna keep chopping it up a little bit with the homies here, the
I'm
fam.
gonna go get some tea.
You know,
Yeah.
Mr. Crooks is gonna get on the decks pretty soon. But before we get into that, and with the takeover section, talk a little bit about. You say you moved here to California 6 years ago
Yeah, about 6 years ago.
from Jamaica.
From New York.
From New
actually.
York.
Yes.
I was gonna say, and they have a bigger Caribbean scene.
They have a huge Caribbean scene. Out
Yeah.
there. And that was the problem when I was in New York.
Too
It was too much,
much.
and everybody was like,
So you're more of a big fish out here than out there.
exactly.
That makes
but
sense.
it's also like,
That's why I want to tour.
yeah, exactly.
Because like you go into these places, they had never heard of you. They never,
Exactly. So that's the plan. I'm trying to build up these things to a point where we could go and facilitate everywhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's reggae artists and dancehall artists all over the world that need a platform.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
cool. Yeah,
I mean,
you're right. There
there
are not a lot in LA. That's right.
There's
Is there-
there's a few stations who support, local community talent. Like we got, folks coming out of Delicious.
Yeah, the
With
Delicious
Delicious
Vinyl Crew,
Vinyl Crew.
Yeah,
Do they
Yeah.
have a dance hall, reggae, anything?
Yeah, you know what? They recently, like very recently, like within the past year or two, I feel like.
After
They-
that.
Do you think you had to do with that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was gonna
yes.
say.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes.
Because like when I
I'm-
think of like that type of realm, I'm like that.
Yeah,
You got that. That's
I'm
like
good friends with all the crew over
Yeah.
there. Like we're like mad cool. So
Nice.
like
I gotta go tapping with them.
they do a good job. You know what I mean? They're bringing cool artists like that I'm cool with, to the people like Runkus and Chaos. We play them on our show all the time.
And
Yardcore,
Yardcore,
people like
Lila Ike.
Lila Ike. You know what I mean?
I feel like you guys need to just give me a playlist, like just who to listen to, bust down like that. Because you know what I mean. I know you're gonna play some dope music right now,
Mhm.
but like I'm not as familiar, and that's the point of y'all being here.
Well,
Is
it
so
just-
we
it really-
sharing. It's
But really, it's like everything else that you want to learn about. You should jump into it with your own curiosity.
interesting.
Yeah,
And
that-
see what kind of draws to you, because
Yeah.
I love Caribbean music, but if it was my choice, it'd be a soca section all day, every day, every other Friday, and I'd just be like in here soaking it up, because that's personally my favorite kind of energy. Soca, and that's another subgenre within Caribbean music that
Interesting.
also doesn't have like a lot of
Like a big
radio
platform for
airplay or
itself.
platform here on the West Coast. Even though they have a big celebration every year in Hollywood, a carnival that kind of generates at least interest and curiosity with people like Nicki Minaj going to Trinidad Carnival.
Mhm.
Kind of
Rihanna
brings
goes
Rihanna
all the time.
goes because she's Barbadian. So like there's a lot of influence from the Caribbean here in America and in the West Coast. It's just that it hasn't been correctly identified
Mhm.
Right.
and appropriated
It's
to
not
the
like a
people
core.
who support it.
Yeah.
And even in the core, it's like, who's in that core?
Yeah.
Like, is it really the people who are genuine and true to the progress of the movement, or people who are here for the short term to try to make money? So that's where we come in with the
And you
platform.
see, even when we were talking earlier, and you said when we want to go to commercial radios and we can go to the whatever, we know exactly the stations that you're talking
yeah,
about.
Right.
and it doesn't matter what genre of music. There's a commercial radio platform
Yeah,
for it to go to.
there's a platform for it, and it's popular, and everybody knows about it, and it's
The
there.
sponsors are already
Like,
there. They're
we
already
don't have
getting
that. You know
commercials.
what I mean?
Yeah.
What Caribbean force is there? What Caribbean platform commercially is
Mhm.
there in the West Coast?
It's
That
rough.
isn't just a segment or just
Wow.
a program. It's a station, that
That's what's up.
that
though.
is
That's
fully
what's up.
committed to the diaspora of the Caribbean. So
No, it's just dope because like that's brave. Not only is that brave, but I commend you too for being such a powerful influence in that side and taking that leap in a world where you're not surrounded by all of
Yeah.
that and creating the scene. I think that that would be a testament to what you guys have done in a few years when people see the results. Because I mean I'm already seeing it. And I've known about him from, social media, seeing his name on flyers, whatnot. And I knew Jesus Juice from similar kind of thing. And then ended up crossing paths here when we had the meeting 2 years ago. And I was like, what? And here we are.
And we work together, so it was just like, all of the dots connected.
Absolutely.
But as they should, like I was saying, we're not here to only kick down doors. We're here to build a room. And if that means that the first step of it is being 2 shows here on KQBH 101.5 FM, Friday nights and Sunday
11 p.m.
11 p.m. to midnight, Rockers Room with all your Irie vibes and Dancehall Digest with all your upturn vibes, then that's what we're doing, okay?
Yep.
The missus said it. You heard me.
She said it.
Say what I said.
So you were saying, though, before you get into it, you were saying you had just moved here from New York. How long were you in New York?
I was in New York for about, I want to say, 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
And you've been here for 6, so you got here 10 years ago?
In America?
Yes.
You know what? I came here before. I was always like traveling back and forth.
Right.
Before. And then I came up here in 2003, I want to say.
Okay.
And I was staying with my aunts and stuff. And then I came back, stayed with my brother. And then went to school down there, dropped out of school, and then came back here and went full time in. There was a studio called 5 Stars Recording Studio. I was like walking distance from my house. And I was like, perfect, I'm gonna work here. You guys need an engineer, and I need somewhere to work and low-key learn how to do this. So so y'all are gonna pay me to do this because you need somebody to do it, and I'm gonna do it. And I just use that to my advantage. Like getting paid to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
when did you start DJing?
DJing, I've been DJing since high school.
High school?
Yeah. I've been DJing since high school.
10 years, 15 years?
I want to say I've been DJing for, I'm going to say about 15 years now.
15 years?
Yeah. It's actually a little bit more than that. I feel like around 17 years actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's had practice.
Yeah, man. I had a little
do you produce too?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I don't.
That's the thing about. That's what I meant earlier when I was like, oh, you know me as eyecanradio. That's cool, but just to let you know, I also do this, like getting boxed in the category. Sometimes, like if somebody's just looking off glance, they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, he's a reggae DJ, but doesn't know like, okay, you do this, that, and the other, and you produce, and there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very selective with my production realm.
What do you produce in? What program?
You know what? Lately, I have been messing with Serato Studio. Serato just did I think they're still in the beta-ish process, but they have their
Wait,
production.
Serato. Wait, I didn't hear.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant, when you said Serato, I just heard Ableton.
Right, no.
That's what I heard when he said that. I was
Serato,
like,
bro.
because everybody's jumping into Ableton, DJs, producers.
I'm not.
But then she's like, I'm not. But no, Serato. Serato has a production software.
You know what I didn't understand about Ableton?
I saw that at NAMM. I did see that. I saw that they were.
Bro, it's dope. I can tell you.
Say it again.
Look at you. Don't get me out. I see you.
I was listening.
No, you wasn't. I see you. I'm watching both of y'all right here. The camera said hello. Big up everybody in the camera. You see?
You know, I have friends that use Ableton and they're super dope in Ableton. Jesus Juice produces in Ableton.
Oh,
and he's the G.
Ableton,
he'll just be like, oh yeah, just do this. Oh yeah, it's easy. I open Ableton and it's I'm looking at a scroll. I don't know.
Logic guy.
I like Logic.
Well, at least when
Simple.
you opened it, you was by yourself. I was in front of a class of students, and we're gonna try Ableton today, and I was like, and we're not because I don't know how to open this.
Yeah, I didn't know
we
where to
loaded
start.
one track of free.
You got to load a track. You got far.
Oh, well, I got far.
You got
big up
far,
myself then. Okay,
far,
yeah. So
far,
we
far.
got there, and then we had it on repeat for 5 minutes. We was like, yeah, just. I was like, oh, see, look, we got a song.
I didn't
we recorded the whole song. No.
I was like, where are my songs? How do I start?
You had to go to the packs and upload those, and then the sounds are all here, but you have to
It's too much.
Lost me.
I started on Fruity Loops. If anybody.
I knew that's where I started.
production.
That's where I started. Fruity Loops was my thing
Produced
back in the day.
I think a lot of people start with Fruity Loops because it's
Yeah.
like the one you can get for free. You can download. I
If you
downloaded it for.
If you were old enough to remember it coming in as a CD with Cakewalk, then yeah. But if you don't remember having the
Shout out to everybody who was using Fruity Loops when they said Fruity Loops was never going to be industry
when it was
standard.
1.0.
And it was like, they said this was never going to be on the radio.
I remember those days.
You remember those days, bro, where
Yeah.
you could never bring somebody
that
that beat
sounds you made that in
People-
Fruity
Fruity
Loops.
Loops.
Yeah, you'd hear it, like people would hear it and just like, that sounds like a Fruity Loops beat.
I can
did it on
tell.
this-
I
did
can
it on
tell.
this $800 keyboard. Yeah, but it sounds like a Fruity Loops beat. No, it's not like that.
And now,
Now it's the standard.
I've learned a lot
official
about
standard.
that. It's nothing beats a good recording.
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly.
Like I could record in Audacity and have a great mic.
You could do it on your
And-
phone and make some fire.
Ooh, the
You know what I mean?
phone
The
sound
phones now?
picks it up. Like
Yeah.
that phone's picking stuff up.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what's even
clean.
better? Mixing it properly.
Yeah, you just need a
everybody.
good mix.
Yes,
You could
but-
record,
but you need
but
you
a
need
good
a
engineer can always go in there and stretch and scrape vocal
yeah. No,
cords.
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Hold on,
But
Yes.
if it is not
Okay.
Hold on.
brought up to the standard that I can play it behind a professional
on.
sound,
It's
I
two things.
cannot play it. It's
It's
just
two things. It's two things.
because
you
you
need
always
a
say
good
Prince
everything.
recorded horribly, but the way
Interesting.
Oh,
You said Prince did?
Do you wanna have my opinion right here? on
Okay,
this?
you said
So-
Prince recorded.
yes,
Yeah.
sound
I am-
wise. Have you ever listened back to some of the
I
people
listen
from
to
the
Prince
80s?
every day.
You ever
Okay.
listen back to Sade?
My middle name is yes. I listen to Sade every day.
Listen back to her raw vocals in some of those songs.
Okay.
They're not as strong
Oh,
as
where can I
she-
find those?
like the original recordings.
Oh yeah.
Just close your eyes and listen to her like sing the vocals, and you'll hear who wasn't in there adding compression or stretching it out or
But at that time there
filling
was
it.
that's the problem. At that time there
Exactly.
wasn't any.
But
of that.
somebody was
True.
able to mix the
Mix
levels
it.
and make
Yeah.
sure that she didn't
But-
outdo nobody,
but that's-
underdo nobody, and
but
it
that's-
sounds uniform.
It's both of them. Here's the
It
thing
is.
about it. It's everything. You have
It
to
is
have
everything.
because no matter how great the engineer is, he can't fix your terrible recording. You know what I mean? It's like he can,
I don't know.
kinda, but
Tell that
Yeah.
to some of these hip hop artists.
You're right, and
Yeah.
it took me 8 years to get my studio set up the way it needs to be. But if you go in my like the double door closet I have, it sounds so good. People are like, whoa, it's so dead in here. You can't hear it. You can't
you just
hear
need
anything.
voice.
You
know
just
what I mean?
need to just kill the take. If
Mhm.
you don't murk the take, I'm not
That's on
helping you.
you.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's
I
on
gave
you
you
now.
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
created-
pot, the pan, the ingredients. If you don't
Yeah, I
cook the
created
meal,
the perfect environment
Because
for you
if
to
that's
record
if
in.
they nail the take, then the mix is like
It's
only
so-
minimal.
yeah,
you only
it's
need
so
to add
easy.
a little bit. But you're right.
if
A
they-
good
but
mix.
If
If
they
they
don't,
don't,
a
and
great
it's
engineer
you
and
know.
a great mix.
But that's
can
when I'm
come
just
in
like,
and
do it
bring
again.
Back to life.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean,
that's why you
you
gotta do that.
are a producer, sir. Someone
Yeah.
who challenges the product to be better before that you have
That
to
is
do
what I'm
any
saying.
processing.
I am that.
Is
Yeah.
a producer. Then
Okay.
Because when the engineer gets to do his
I'm a producer.
his mix in there, you want to have him add his creative flair to it
Mhm.
without
having
having
that
to-
corrective.
to have corrective situations
Yeah.
first. You know what I
But
mean?
if you did need some correction, you would hope that
Yeah,
mixer would.
but we'd like
be
that.
able to
We'd love those corrections to be corrections that
autocorrect come
not
before.
autocorrect, not autocorrect, but corrections that you couldn't fix without this mix.
Trying
You
to
see what I'm
think-
saying?
Trying to think of like
Travis
a good
Scott, like
analogy.
pitch.
Travis Scott can't achieve
Like
a
a
Travis
pitch.
Scott song without his engineer.
Because his engineer knows how to.
Because that's
engineer
the
for his
sound of
voice.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't want his engineer focusing on
That's like
taking
when
out
they
the
have a
sounds of
new
his
writer
gold
come on
chains
a
or
new
whatever.
show.
You know what I mean?
Like
Huh?
when they have a new writer come on a show.
Yeah.
It's the same show, but it's like this feels different.
Different.
Exactly.
Different
But
writer.
you gotta know what to do. That's why you'll hear a song. You ever hear a song from an artist that have a particular sound, and you're like, "This is that artist." It doesn't sound like them at all.
That happened the other day. I was listening to Griselda. It's that you guys heard of Griselda? Benny the Butcher, Conway,
No.
and
I was gonna
West
say
Side Gun.
Griselda Blanca. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the names are that.
Yeah, I know exactly who that is. She was here. What?
Well, anyways, at the whole project, it's the three guys. They're all from Buffalo. They sound very, very uniform the whole project. But there's one song at the end that they have with Eminem, and the artist, it had I don't know, maybe they recorded at a different studio, but you can tell. Like the artists, their voices don't sound the same
Right.
uniformity as they did the whole project. I'm big on that too, by the way. Like if you I can't stand recording something at 2 different locations.
But,
Then
those are the things that what I'm saying.
a good mix will fix.
You're trying to avoid things like
Yeah,
that. So that's not in the artist's hands, not there somewhere else. You know what I mean? So it's like the engineer has to do that. If I could fly to wherever you are and record with you, I would record with you. But I don't mean that you gonna mess up this line and I should fix this line for you.
But in the words of our great First Lady, just be best.
Just be best. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta be best. That's what I'm saying. You gotta just bring a great recording so that I can give you a great mix. And you can just turn up the thing, you know what I mean?
Turn up the team.
Turn up the
All right,
team.
so we're gonna transition, and we're gonna have DJ Crooks, Mysta Crooks, get on the decks right now. We got one song.
What's the flair we going for today?
What's the flair?
You letting us just have the last of the 35 minutes we are.
I would say just go in for 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll just close it out. Do
Can I play anything? Can I play?
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah,
be artistic.
Okay,
just play a couple. Yes.
We're always on air. Are we able to play songs like?
Can I play raw stuff?
No.
Can I play raw
No,
stuff?
because it'll get replayed.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Thank you for telling us. That's why we asked. It's like,
that's why I haven't cursed yet.
Good job. You see how progress comes along?
I know. I'm getting so good at this.
I mean, you want to be able to get a platform for all of your artists who don't necessarily use profanity. Where are the clean artists?
You see me? But we're gonna bring it to Jamaica.
Right after this break.
You see me?
All right.
So we're there.
Big up.
eyecanradio.
Let's go.
EYE can.
Everything you envision can become your reality.
Is it called favorite Okay, y'all ready to learn how to be saucy? Like, we go black every time, okay? Saucy, grab your shoe, and roll back.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Toss it, grab your shoe.
Roll it back. It's all one fast. Toss it, grab, and roll. 5, 6, 7, 8. Toss it, grab, flip it, roll. Yo, pick up every time, blocking it down. So, See, saucy. Hold on, Crooks. Put the sauce on there. I saw that boy. What you do that thing?
Yo. That was DJ Crooks, Mysta Crooks.
In the blues.
Yeah.
You know
Go check them out. Let them know where to follow you at. Follow your shows. Shout out to the wifey here, Jessica.
We can stop using my gun.
My bad.
I got 6 aliases, and you continue to use.
My bad.
Hey, listen.
All right, what's the official alias?
When you're a public figure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
People
tell you.
gotta
This
just
is
know
what
about
They be.
you know?
I kind of can't stand when people say Zarky too. That's why they be like Zarky. I'm like,
Oh,
Chill,
so you know how I feel.
we're trying to maintain a brand here, bro.
Thank you. So I tell kids when I tell them what I'm teaching them. When I'm in the streets, you gotta call me 1775 Blaze. When you catch me everywhere else, you can call me the Fire Starter. When I'm here having to do charity work with you children, you can call me the Missus.
You children.
Yeah.
And then any other time, you know what I'm saying, you can just holler at me. You find me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm actually on Triller now, doing makeup.
Yo,
You're on
Triller.
Triller.
I've been hearing about that. Is that the new
Triller's
one? Is that the new thing?
I'm
Triller's not even that new, you know. Triller is
I know
like
it's not new. I've had it for 2 years and I still haven't made an
I'm
account.
on
Same.
I have it on my phone. I'm like in a folder of like artist apps to try.
Yeah, I was here I was just about to make a bunch of music videos.
That's
I was like,
what
this
I
is like
do.
dope for music videos.
I'm over here just in the I forgot there was a camera behind
There's
me.
a camera. We out here.
Isn't it? We're there. We're live and direct.
All right, y'all.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having us and crossing over and taking over. And this has been an exciting pleasure. If you want to catch us, we're here Sunday nights, Friday nights, 11 to midnight.
11 p.m.
11 to midnight.
PM, you know what I mean? Check out MrCrooks.com. My website is there.
Nice.
My mixes are up on there. My events coming up. SoundCloud, everything is
So if you like what you heard, that was your boy right now. Go check him out, MrCrooks.com.
As a matter of fact.
MystaCrooks.
And if you want to see us live, we'll be at Speakerbox on next Friday.
We'll be at
Station
Speakerbox next
16
Friday.
in
We're
Hollywood.
at Boasty Wednesday.
Boasty Wednesday.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay,
every
we gotta
Wednesday.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, eyecanradio.
All right, KQBH.
EYE can.
Let's get it.
Is it EYE can?
Yes.
I can. I can radio. I know it's confusing,
sounds by
but it
EYE.
sounds by EYE.
That's what I'm like.
I know.
Ah, see, See, I saw it
The
with my
brand
EYE.
the brand confusion is your fault.
All right,
Well,
fine.
no, but see, once you engage
Hey,
the brand, you know.
they
You
know.
feel me?
It's like when you see like.
Controversy sells.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all.
We out.
We out.
Thanks so much, man. Big up.
Peace and love.
Yo, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having us. KQBH 101.5. It's the fam dam. Oh, that's what we doing? I stopped because I didn't know what was going on. Oh, and for yours, the low price of $3.99, we've got this guy on sale right now. Guess the price, and you might be able to go home with a bag of rice.